Hi everyone, so this video review is for An Independent Woman by Meredith. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on my blog then there's a link within the post, and this is the video review. So, An Independent Woman by Meredith. This was very, very sweet. Alex has moved to pretty much middle of nowhere to support her sister Phoebe. Phoebe's been placed into care, and she's determined that her sister should be allowed to have the independence that she wants. That causes her to clash with Rebecca, who's been assigned as Phoebe's carer, until they realise they have something in common. So this was a really sweet story about loyalty, kindness, being open to possibility, change and trust. It had a lot going on in terms of your morals and your sense of security. The story packed in so much of importance, and it's a great representation as well of poly relationships, which isn't something I'm very familiar with. It was great to have a book that was really focusing on that. And I learned a lot. But I was most intrigued by how Alex and Rebecca would deal with things once they learned they had these similar preferences, and Alex learned that Rebecca was only trying to do what was best for Phoebe. You know, she didn't have an agenda or anything. She really wanted to support Alex's, you know, need to have Phoebe have her independence, and so she was trying to work as a team, and it was Alex putting up with barriers and being difficult, but Rebecca was actually willing to take risks to fulfill those needs that Phoebe expressed, and she did so selflessly as well, and she put her career and her personal preferences and everything on the line for Alex and Phoebe. So it was so obvious that Rebecca and Alex were going to have this connection, because they clashed at first, and it was Alex's stubbornness that really caused all this tension, because she was shut down to the idea of past experiences and made her wary of carers, and forcing her sister that she, you know, didn't want her to be unhappy. She wanted her to have everything she wanted, and so she was just, you know, she was trying to fight a fight against someone who didn't want to fight her. And I willed her, I really did, every meeting and every chance she had with Rebecca to get over herself and just relax and just work out where it went, and, you know, just learn about Rebecca, because she was so kind and caring, and that came across from the very instant you met her. And when we learned about hers and Phoebe's background, it became very, very clear then why she was having such an adverse reaction to Rebecca, but she wasn't giving her a chance. So they encountered a lot of trauma, and it's very difficult to say too much without giving away big plot points and spoilers. So Alex and Phoebe, they've been on quite a journey as sisters, and turning up here, you know, they're not over that trauma, they're not past it, they're not anywhere near over it, and so it did put her on edge, it put Alex on edge especially, and Kit portrayed that perfectly. So it was even to the point, it was a little bit in Rebecca's story too. She had this trust issue as well because of her past experience. You know, she was worried about work finding out about her and her lifestyle and everything, because it could have a consequence. All understandable, the reactions that they had to everything. So it was a really sort of sweet but in-depth look at life and acceptance and all these things, and it was such a lovely story. It was really enjoyable, very moving, very heartfelt, and that was at every point, so it really drew you in and kept you really engaged in Rebecca's, Alex's and Phoebe's story. So it was a great story. It was really important, had really important messages in it, and I really enjoyed it, and hope you will too. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can grab a copy of An Independent Woman by Meredith, which I hope you will. If you've read An Independent Woman, would love to know what you thought of it, so please do comment and share your thoughts. And if you haven't read it yet but you're planning to read it, it's on your to-be-read list, and you're super intrigued and thinking, yes, I really want to read that, then again, please do share, because it's always great to find out what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it. Bye!